the last time that my background was an issue and how I dealt with that. So for me, I grew up in Texas, and in Texas, it's a very multicultural state, but there's a lot of Caucasians, and Asians are definitely a minority. In my life, I've dealt with a lot of racism, and it's because of my background, my family's background, and so for obvious reasons, it's hard. And what I learned, though, is that there are a lot of great people in this world. There's a lot of wonderful human beings, and so for the small number of people that are that have issues with my family's background, for the few people that are upset because of the personal circumstances, that doesn't mean that everyone is a bad person, and it shouldn't affect what you do. So, what my family dealt with in Texas and what I've seen in my life personally, it has affected me, but it only made me see things in a much broader light, and that I shouldn't be upset. I shouldn't take offense, because there are other things I want to do with my life, except, rather than just change one person's life and or when I say change one person's life, I mean change one person's mind and try to fight them on that one issue. It's more of, how do we become better people? How do we look at this in a broader scope? So to give a specific example, I've seen my dad deal with racism in Texas, and he basically has always been the bigger man. He basically is not just, does he stand up for himself? Absolutely. But he's not willing to get into a fight over issues like this, primarily because it's not worth it. And can my dad actually do a lot in terms of, is he afraid of people? No. My dad is a black belt in Kendo. He's got a lot of years of experience, and he's not afraid. But the issue is not that. He just sees it in a much broader light, in that there are all these people that he's done business with, he's been very successful with, and they've been great. And I mean, the few people that are upset at him is not going to change how he feels about everyone else. And I feel like that's the same way that, that I see the world as well, which is that, yes, there will be some people that will challenge me because of my background, because of my ethnic, my family, but that doesn't mean anything. Just the same way that an Asian American could be upset at me, you don't look at it that way. It's just another person, rather than them looking at you because of your race.